What's good with you guys? We're back in here with it. Anyways, I wanted to show off a couple of my drawings for this Among the Light series and just a couple of my drawings in general. Basically, the first one I'm going to be showing off is my first ever rough draft to trying to draw and start a manga and trying to do a storyboard. This is basically one of my first ones ever right here. Let me see if I can fix this up. Let me see. Right here. Fuck it. Basically, that's how some of my storyboard was supposed to go. Okay, this doesn't have a back to it. This one right here. And I really lost motivation in the midst of doing this. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I don't know what it was about it. I don't think I really liked the artwork or I really fought with it at the time, so that's why I just quit and gave up. And besides the fact that you'll see a lot of these backgrounds are empty because I didn't really know what I wanted to put in there, but I did have like a sort of idea of what I wanted to happen within these scenes, which is crazy. And if you don't know, like, this whole manga is like a mix between Dragon Ball Z, John Wick, Mass Effect, and Cyberpunk. Like, it's basically it's a crazy little manga, bro. This shit go hard as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit really do go hard, bro. And like, that's basically how you got that. This was my first ever, well, not my first ever, but one of my first little covers for Among the Light. You got the two main characters there. You got Naya and Zero, and he's got a tail, and that's something that I sort of added in between there, because I've like, you rarely see main characters with a tail besides Goku, and I really like that tail. I like how you got tail animations and all that. I was like, I really like that. This is when I was like kind of inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender, just to mix all the elements, because this main character has basically all the powers you could think of. This nigga's main character is Mimicry. That's basically how he gets his powers. And if he mimicries your abilities, he gets to keep your abilities forever. But that doesn't mean he knows how to use them the same way you do. You might know a few tricks or sleeves, but he can use it, and it is as strong as your shit. That's all you need to know. And this is the first time I drew Zero, because I always wanted to be like a black character. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm black, so I wanted me a black character in that bitch. And at first I thought Zero would be me, but then I was like, nah, he's kind of his own character. When I was really making him, he just got a few bits and pieces of quality that makes him like me, but other than that, no. And then you see these two right here was like the first ever concepts I had really of Zero, and I was like, I wasn't really fucking with it like that. Like, I liked it, but at the same time I was like, man, we could do a whole lot better. And then that's when I got this bad boy right here. This is how I kept Zero. This is how that nigga look, bro. I was like, bro, he's fire as hell. And when the series progresses over time and we get into like the 4th and 5th arc, this is how this nigga Zero gonna be looking, bro. I'm telling you right now. You see that? You see that? That nigga look fire, bro. His whole name Zero Pymerian, because that's his main power that he uses is fire. Fire and lightning, basically. And now, I wanted to show you that shit, but you got the second main character, which is Anaya and Dory. We're gonna get back to this character, but let me tell you, I wrote damn near the first 4 arcs about the whole entire Among the Light story basically revolves her as the main character, and then the last bit revolves Zero. And this shit's just fire, bro. I'm letting you know, it's fire as hell. And this is one of the concepts for the villains that I had right here. I know it's got torn after a bit of time, but yeah, That nigga, this is like an alien villain, bro. Let me throw that shit out the way. And this was gonna be my last villain throughout the whole entire story. This is gonna be like the main last villain out that bitch. And you already know who the fuck he inspired by, the damn Scarlet King. I fucking like that. I was like, damn, I could really do some shit with it. It's fire. Now, as for Naya, her fucking main villain was this nigga right here, bro. And let me tell you something. If once I'm able to get this shit going, this TV shit going, bro, this nigga, all this manga, web comic shit going, I'm gonna let you know, this nigga right here is the coldest nigga in this entire manga, bro. This nigga, he don't give no fucks about none of that. He really was one step ahead of all these niggas. And it's a really crazy story. And it's not just an edgy story. I ain't want to just make something that's just edgy to be edgy and shit. I wanted something that's actually like pretty fucking intense and crazy. Like that shit. Yeah. You see that? I got inspired by that damn Cell shit. I really fucking like that. And it's got a bunch of gore and blood in it, which don't really matter that much. Oh, this is a drawing that I did back in high school of like My Hero. I won't lie to you. Hell yeah. Let me throw some of these out. And and they're not the only characters I did concept art on. Like this one right here, Ava. I really liked her character, and I made it. And like not only that, I make my side characters in a way that if you remove them from the story, it removes chunks of the story. Like the side characters actually have roles to play. They're actually immersed in that shit, you know what I'm saying? But this was the first time I drew her character, and I was like, I like it, but it could be a lot better. But not only that, it's like she's supposed to be an alien, a whole entire alien, but she looks like a human. So I was like, nah, we gotta switch that up. Bam, that's when I got her. I mean, she still looks human, but I mean, like, she's an alien. You could tell now she's an alien because I made her skin peak. I'm not gonna lie. And then I made a realistic drawing, you know, putting some of my friends in there. And this was one of them. This was one of them right there. That shit was clean now. That shit clean. But now, this is my friend right here. This Vicky right here, bro. Much love to Vicky ass, bro. I hope she doing well, bro. But yeah. I made Vicky an alien in this bitch, bro. I put her in the series because I fuck with her. And that's really Stella. Now, I'm gonna let you know. Damn near everybody in the main cast is cold, bro. Damn near everybody. That's one of the niggas right there. Kyson, that nigga cold as hell. Got Bash right here. That nigga a menace. Let's see. You got Ezra. And then one thing about Anaya, let me just set this camera down for a second. Put you up right here. One thing about Anaya is that I didn't really like how she looked to start with. Cause I'm like, damn, she's supposed to be an alien too. But she don't look nothing like no fucking alien. So I'm gonna show you how we made changes to the character over time. But before I do that, I want to show you the next little manga thing. So basically, this right here is probably like my second time. This right here is probably like my second time drawing this shit out. Like, drawing this whole manga out. And again, I won't lie. I had a better idea of where I wanted to be at and where it's supposed to go. But at the same time, I was like, I lost motivation again. Like, I really didn't like my artwork at the time. And I was having trouble writing the script and going to school and going to work and all that. And, like, needed some help doing that shit. But I didn't really have no help drawing all of this or writing the script for any of them. I did it all by myself. And that's basically the second time I drew a little manga, but then this third time I didn't even get to any notable parts. I just drew this page and just left it as is because I was like, man, fuck it. Now, before we even open up my fourth and final adaptation of it, I want to show you the changes from Anaya to the Anaya that I previously drew as a concept art, and then the Anaya we got now that I'm going to keep as a character. So basically, we got these two niggas. Those are both the main characters. You got Anaya and Dory, and you got Zero Primarian. These two, real OG main characters, bruh. But then at the same time, I was like, damn, she got these little elf ears. I like the elf ears. I like drawing the elf ears, but I didn't really like how she looked. She just looks like a regular elf nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? She didn't look alien-like at all. I mean, I guess alien is just unknown, basically. But I didn't like how she looked at first, so I just changed up her style. So basically, this was the first concept art when I wrote Among the Light of how she looked. Basic, yeah. Just basic anime elf girl, some shit like that. Doing some hair, bam. Same result. I was like, yeah, I like it, but we could do better. Over time, I was like, bro, why doesn't... And like, over time, I drew this one. And her wings, I got inspired by the Gate Guardian. I'm not gonna lie. From SCP-001. I like how the idea of you can have more than just two wings. So she had 6 wings and none of them connected. Well, I mean, they connect, but none of them connected on her. Like, it's just like some Dragon Ball Z shit. And that's how you know she leveled up. But then, at the same time, I was like, I like it, but at the same time, she's supposed to look different, you know what I'm saying? And then, this was the first time I tried something different because, and like I went back to her lore and backstory, so she's like kind of Natilian, which is part feline. So basically, this bitch can roar. She can do what lions and tigers do, and jaguars, just roar and shit like that, and have long, sharp claws and teeth. And she has some powers on top of that shit. So, I mean, it's a really cool story, I feel like. And the first time I ever did this, I was like, I kind of like putting face designs on it, but I didn't like this one particularly. So I was like, okay, I want to keep it, but I want to know how we can change this shit out, how we can make her look better, because she still had those damn elf ears right there that I didn't like at all. So then, this was like, no. That's the wrong one. This is like the second time I drew her ass. Second time I drew her ass like that. I didn't like it at all. I didn't fuck with it. I gave up halfway through it. I didn't like it at all. Third time, I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, that shit kind of fire. But that's gonna be too much to draw and animate. I did like this one a lot. And I am keeping this one as her transformation. Like, she transforms, the more angrier and madder and, you know, transformations and shit, like, it's Dragon Ball Z, that's how she gets that appearance. It's like kind of like a crest mark. But, and she goes like primal states and shit like that. That shit, you know, it's crazy. But the final one, like the final 2 ones that I came up with, is the ones I decided to stick with, which was this one right here. I really fucked with that one. And this one right here. When I drew these two, I was like, oh yeah, I got her perfectly. I like how she looks. Cause I like the little white little thing right there, the little fur that you see on tigers and shit. And I like the ears. I like how she's got fur on the ears too. But she's not a Fury though. She doesn't have a tail. It's just some aspects and attributes that, you know, changes up. And then I had drew a little ship for the crew too, and that's the ship right there. Remember, all this shit copyrighted, so you can't steal my shit. Anyways, we're gonna get into the manga now. And oh man, this shit is crazy. Let me tell you something. This is the first page I did. I did this whole manga by my damn self. I drew it. I wrote the script for it. I did everything by my motherfucking self. I'm not gonna lie. My name is on the bitch. And not only that, hold on. I'm about to pause this bitch. I'll be right back with you.